What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy David. We are back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to every Drake diss on IceMan Actually Explained. As we all know, Drake dropped 3 new albums, IceMan, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. And I've only listened to IceMan, but I can't lie, man. That shit sloppy as fuck. That album sloppy as hell, bro. I can't lie. You can tell Drake just dropped it as it feels like a throwaway. Like, it's some cool songs on there. It's some really nice hits. I like Rant to Atlanta a lot. It's very good. But it doesn't feel cohesive. It feels sloppy, and I don't really care to listen, right? My thing is this: if you're gonna drop an album and have that many songs on it, cohesion, storytelling, right? I want to feel something, right? And that's why I kind of forgive Cole on the Fall Off, because when he dropped the Fall Off, it's 24 songs. I feel like we didn't need 24. We could have did well with 12 or 15 at the max, right? 24 was too many songs. You know, if you had that much more to say, you could have dropped maybe an EP or a deluxe or even a new album, right, with another pair of songs, you know. But I can't lie, I really liked the Fall Off. It was a very good album. It's not his best work to me. It's very good though. It's way more put together than Iceman and all that other shit. The themes in that album are more coherent and stronger than the themes within, you know, Drake shit. But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, I'm something of a hip hop head a little bit. Not too much though, because sometimes, as they say, it's always a bigger fish in the ocean. It's somebody that knows way more about hip hop than I do, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're about to hit 300. We're on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get straight to it.
Alright, so this new IceMan album by Drake is full of shots, full of disses. So let's get into every single diss that was on IceMan explained by me. Let's go. There's so many people dissed on this album. We just gonna start with the owner of TDE himself, Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, on the song Make Them Cry.
Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's Angels?
So Drake says, what happened to Taz's Angels? Now, Taz's Angels, a former modeling agency who got caught up in some crimes.
The FBI raided their mansion in Miami. There was allegations of sex working.
But Drake,
I knew it was some fucked up shit about Taz's Angels. He just said random intrusive thought. Hey, man, this nigga Drake a shady ass motherfucker. And you know what? I fucks with her, bro. Sometimes you gotta get it off, cause I would be shady too if a nigga called me a pedophile. I ain't gonna lie. I would be shady too.
admittedly makes a very off-ball reference.
Nigga called me a pedophile on live TV. I would be shady for the rest of my career, nigga. I don't give a fuck, boy. Fuck you. What?
To them, like, yo, what happened to those people? And it almost seems innocent until you dig a little deeper. One of the former Taz's Angels, her name was Ashley Martell, and she had formerly accused Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, the CEO of TDE, of abuse. So here's a photo of her battered eye. I'll kind of censor that out just to be safe for YouTube.
Yeah, please censor that out, bro. Let's not fuck up our YouTube, man. God damn, boy. I know her shit fucked up.
But yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that Drake randomly mentions Taz's Angels when one of the former models, who's still pretty Instagram famous at this point, formerly accused Top Dog of abuse. Hey y'all, I am a one-man show. I record, edit the video myself, create the thumbnail, everything, so hitting like and subscribe does help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video. So obviously on this IceMan album, Kendrick Lamar caught a bunch of strays.
I fuck with how he didn't play none of the sounds, cause sometimes, man, YouTube be tripping on the copyright, bro. God damn. What was the year? I can't read, y'all. I'm off like no sleep whatsoever, so forgive me for my reading if it's like trash. Nigga off no sleep, nigga to working night shifts and shit. I'm fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. What was the year that they said you had slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that. What are you talking about? What is this? 4 albums in 12 years, nigga? I can divide. Like, is that what this is?
Like that. On the song Dust, Drake says,
Excuse me.
What was the year they said you had slaps? Because I don't remember it going like that.
Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping.
This appears to be Drake referencing Kendrick's bar on Not Like Us. Drake is directly questioning that. Like, 2009, I don't remember you being popping in that year, Kendrick.
I don't remember one word of your raps. I don't know nothing about you on them tracks. Let's go! Iceman, man, what's up? 40, what's up, shebang? I ain't gonna lie, that shit hard. Hey, 40, what's up, shebang? That shit kinda hard, nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
Drake will go on to say, I don't remember one word of your raps. I don't know nothing about you on them tracks. Now, as you can imagine, Kendrick Lamar caught most of the disses on this IceMan album. On Whisper My Name, Drake's
White Label had to go white label shit when he stepped out of his body and finally got hot. What the fuck? What that mean?
My white label had to go white label when he stepped out his body and finally got hot. So even in these disses towards Kendrick Lamar, Drake is saying, yo, you did well, like you got hot, like I'll give you your props. But here Drake takes aim at his label, UMG, his white label, white owned label, saying they went white label. Now, if we dig just a little bit deeper into the meaning of white label, a white label is a product or service that's made by one company and then rebranded and sold by a different company under their own name.
So that's basically just a record label system. Like, you know how Drake owns OVO, but he doesn't, like, his music doesn't get played through OVO. Other artists are under OVO, but like his shit is played through UMG. So it's like they're all packaged under different deals under the same company type shit. It's the same shit.
So it seems like Drake is looking at Kendrick like, hey, UMG hand selected you to replace me, and that's the only reason you got hot. White label. On the song Whisper My Name, Drake says,
This ain't fixed.
this ain't fixable smoke when you see us. I'll sit in with Farrakhan.
It's like the bag that you bring on the plane. It's gonna carry on.
So Minister Farrakhan has infamously squashed a lot of hip hop beefs. He would make certain rappers, certain entertainers, black entertainers, come and meet with him to squash whatever public.
Man, if I was a rapping nigga and Farrakhan talking about some, man, come on in and squash the beef, I'd be like, nigga, fuck you, Farrakhan. You out here preaching fake Islam. I ain't squashing shit, bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, no, I ain't squashing shit, nigga. Fuck, what the fuck, nigga? No. I don't even want nothing to do with that type of shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't want nothing to do with that type of shit. No cap. No cap. Not even a little bit. Nope.
Issues they had together.
These niggas killed Malcolm X. No, I want nothing to do with that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Keep me out of that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
He's saying, yo, not even sitting with Farrakhan is gonna help that. Like, this is something that we're gonna carry on forever between us. So maybe one of the more direct shots towards Kendrick on IceMan was on the song Janice STFU.
White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
So here Drake is jamming at Kendrick's fan base. When we saw,
I mean, but is it a bad thing for these white kids to feel a little bit guilty about how racism has plagued America for generations? Is it bad? You know, guilt is a good emotion to feel, especially when your ancestors used to own slaves and put bleach inside swimming pools that black people used to swim in. You know, you should feel a little guilty. Just a little bit, you know, it's not bad for you, gang. It's just an emotion. It's not like it's hurting your everyday life, you know. You know what I'm saying? A little guilt about the civil rights movement, you know. It's good for your soul, you know, because white people for generations in America have been soulless monsters who hung niggas for being black. I think they should feel a little bit of guilt. There's nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit, you know. It's good for you.
the pop-out show was a lot of non-black kids, a lot of white kids, which is kind of the reverse of how Kendrick portrays it in his music. The culture, black culture, this and that. I mean, I'm just giving you guys Drake's perspective here. And Drake is saying those white kids that are there, they're not even there because they like your music like that. They're there to help fulfill this white guilt because they get to listen to you rap about the black plight and things of that.
Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. I mean, well, Drake, you live in those same hills, nigga. I don't know, man. We can't diss rich niggas for being rich when we're rich, Drake. It's like we can't call niggas ugly when we're ugly, Drake. You see, that's why I don't fuck with this IceMan shit. Like, sometimes I listen to Drake and I'm like, this nigga not angry in the way I need a nigga to be angry on the track. Right? Because I'm going to take it back to J. Cole because he in the big three, right? Nigga, I'm listening to J. Cole on Poor Thing. I'm like, man, he talking reckless to this nigga. Whoever this nigga is that he's dissing on Poor Thing, this nigga Cole do not fuck with you. He think you lame as hell. He think you was square, nigga. Like, bro, I'm listening. I'm like, he's talking about, nigga, your street wasn't lit. Went to Forest Hill Drive and it was peaceful, bitch. That domestic term violence in the key just switched. Like, nigga, what? Man, he don't fuck with your boy. But when Drake throw disses at niggas, sometimes I'm like, okay, IceMan. And the other times I'm like, the IceMan was a nice man now, man. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about, nigga? Regardless, man.
And here Drake tries to point out some type of hypocrisy, saying you hand out turkeys on camera in your hood. So you're handing out turkeys in Compton for these holiday giveaways, but you're doing it on camera, so it's fake, right? You're not doing it out the kindness of your...
It's not much rappers can do though to fight systemic poverty though. Like, the only people who have the real power to change that are niggas in the government. So looking at someone like Kendrick to change the world, especially a world like that, is reckless and almost meaningless. It doesn't make sense to look at him to do that type of thing when that's not really in his power to do. You know what I'm saying? But I see what Drake is getting at though, for real. You know, I see.
heart. You're doing it for public relations, for PR. Then you go back to the hills, which is like the rich part of LA.
How many houses you build?
Drake is attempting to point out some type of hypocrisy within Kendrick. Drake seems to believe that Kendrick portrays himself as some sort of savior who's gonna, help people and save the hood. So Drake is saying like, okay, where are the results of that? On Shebang, Drake says,
Don't even recognize none of these things.
Don't even recognize at the top of the charts. I looked.
At the top of the charts, I look.
and as of the week that IceMan came out, there are very few hip hop records in the charts. In that same verse, Drake goes on to say,
Last one you dropped was shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip.
You talking about GNX? First of all, bitch ass nigga, stop playing, Drake. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm not gonna sit here and say GNX was one of Kendrick's greatest albums. I don't even listen to Kendrick that much, but I fuck with some of that shit on GNX, nigga. Luther eclipses everything you did on Habibti, lame man, nigga. I don't give a fuck. What the hell, boy? You crazy? This world, concrete flowers grow. Heartache, she only doing what she know. Gloria? They margins ain't big enough. They all led by bigotry. Man, my right hand in my... Man, ain't... Gloria! Man, that's all... But that shit hard as fuck, nigga. I'll fuck with that. I'll fuss with GNX, nigga. Don't play, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I'll fuss with GNX. I'll fuss with GNX. I got a couple songs off GNX in the playlist, bro. I can't even lie to you, man. Like, what he did on GNX, it wasn't the most cohesive album ever. It felt more like a little mixtape, honestly. But like, bro, he got some hits on that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's not do too much on GNX. Like, IceMan is actually a lot of mid, skip. In fact, I have, I think, 7 songs off IceMan on my playlist. I'm gonna remove a couple. Cause I can't lie to you, I can't be out here having mid, skip on my playlist. Drake, I'm not impressed. You're too rich to be rapping like this. You're too rich to rap this trash. I'm sorry. Fuck the bullshit.
it was mid, I skipped a lot of records. He's talking about GNX. So he's doing a critical breakdown of GNX. It's mid.
It's not critical. It's just hating. It's not critical. Just because he's saying it's fucking mid, skip. Which, first of all, that line was funny. I won't lie. But now that I know it's about GNX, fuck you, Drake. No, GNX was not fucking mid, skip, dumbass boy. What the fuck? Hey, yo, Drake, you're trash.
A lot of skips. The album wasn't that good, he's saying. Thus is why I don't recognize any names currently on the Billboard charts.
And now they got a new goal and we gotta test the position.
So this is from the song Make Them Pay. Drake says, we got a new GOAT. We gotta test the position. He's talking about Kendrick. Apparently you're the new GOAT. You replaced me, allegedly, because of the Not Like Us. This is what people say. So you replaced me. All right, so let's test it.
Who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished. No one got questions for niggas.
So he's looking at Kendrick like, okay, so you're supposed to be the new GOAT. You're supposed to be the guy now that you took me down. But we don't see you, right? Like a magician. He vanishes. He doesn't drop music. He disappears. Like a musician pulling a rabbit out the hat.
My thing is this, right? When it comes to this dropping music thing, as an artist, I'm only really expecting, as an artist, for me personally, the formula is like this. I'm thinking maybe 5 new songs, 5 singles, 5 good singles, and then a good fleshed out album, right? Now just give me a good album, one good album a year, right? You don't need to drop 1,000,000 songs to be a good artist. Your artistry needs to be deep and meaningful when I listen to you, right? Like, you can talk about anything you want, but talk about it with some kind of passion behind that shit, right? That's why, and I'm gonna bring it back to J. Cole again, because we always gotta bring it back to Mr. Jermaine, right? I'm listening to this nigga, I'm like, bruh, right? Some of these albums don't, a lot of his albums don't have that many songs on them, especially the newer ones that come out. You know what I'm saying? Expect not fall off. I'm talking like a little bit before the before the fall off and shit, like the off season and like, you know what I'm saying, 4 Eyes Only. Like a lot of those albums in 2014, a lot of those albums have less songs in them, right? Like, I need your artistry to come from a deeper place where I don't feel like your albums are bloated. We don't need 24 songs on an album, right? We don't need that. I just want 10 to 15 good solid tracks. Really, you know what I'm saying? Really like build something from 10 to 15 songs, right? Because at that point, now we're getting into the quality and quantity argument, right? Because if you're YB, yeah, you could drop some throwaway songs. You YB, nigga drop too much, right? But it's good for his strategy of music. But a lot of niggas you can't just be dropping that much music, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a step back and get in the stew and really hand pick and curate what you have to make the album. I don't want, like, Drake, you have no business dropping this many songs, nigga. But I know why you dropping these many songs. You got out your deal with Lucian Grange. Congratulations, Aubrey. Congrats. I'm proud. I'm so happy that you're taking that next capitalistic leap. But when you get into your new deal with that private equity firm, it's time to get back into actually dropping quality, my nigga. I'm tired of hearing sloppy ass Drake songs. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not here for sloppy Drake. I want clean cut, crisscross applesauce. I'm here on the mic to change the world, Drake, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop talking.
And plus those streams, there's this whole allegation that Kendrick and other TDE artists were botting streams and they lost millions upon millions of streams. Spotify did a bot purge. He says no one got questions for these guys. And to Drake's credit, it's hard to tell if that allegation is even true because no one asks directly about that specific allegation. Punch, the president of TDE, he did go on a Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden asked him, but not about the 100 million streams directly. Joe Budden asked Punch, do you bot streams? Which, of course, everyone would say no because botting streams is against pretty much every streaming service's terms of service. So no one is going to come out and admit, oh yeah, we bot streams, right? You get your music taken off services. But the specific point of 100 million streams,
which is such a stupid ass question to ask. That's like a lawyer asking you, do you confess to every robbery you've ever done, or some shit like that? Like, that's so stupid, bro. Like what the fuck? That's dumb. That's such a weak. That's why Joe Budden be asking the dumbest questions on interviews. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
allegedly vanishing. To Drake's credit, no one asks about this.
Way out of dip out of six, run out of six, just like it did.
So this bar from National Treasure is referencing Kendrick going to Toronto and performing Not Like Us.
I saw Canadian fans wearing shirts that said Canadians do not F with Drake.
Everyone came out to see if Kendrick would actually put his foot on the pedal regarding Not Like Us in Drake's hometown. And this is something that Drake is going to reference a couple times on IceMan. Yeah, he came to Toronto the 6th and he performed these records, but he bolted out of there quickly. There are videos of Kendrick having like a 20, 30 plus police escort. Once he was finished with the show, he got out of Toronto immediately with a police escort straight to the airport. Now, obviously, I think that's the smart thing to do. I think the smart thing to do would have not to go into Toronto to begin with. But yeah, if you're going to go there, don't hang around.
Why was TPS at my crib until you boys slid? It is what it is.
And then Drake goes on to say, why was TPS, which is like Toronto's police department, why were they at my crib, at my house, posted, watching me until y'all finished your show? So Drake is accusing Kendrick of having the police sit there and watch his house until he got out of Toronto.
yeah, that's low-key some gangsta ass shit, nigga. I can't even lie. He said Toronto at my house. They watching me, nigga. They thinking I'm gonna do something to your little body ass, boy. They thinking I'm gonna do something to you, nigga. What's up? Die. It's okay. You have my permission to leave. You're safe. Hey, no, that's some gangsta ass shit. Album still mid as fuck though, but that was some gangsta ass shit, Drake. I can't lie.
Is it true? I don't know. But this is what Drake is saying.
All these want a head tap, I did more damage off a body blow.
On the same song, National Treasures, Drake says, all these dudes want a head tap, but I did more off a body blow. So this appears to be referencing Euphoria,
Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
where Kendrick says, headshot for the year. Y'all better walk around like Daft Punk. Drake is saying like, yeah, all y'all want the headshot, you want the head tap, but I'm doing more damage to you just off the body blow. Little boxing reference.
I'm fighting a man, I suing a rapper, you was not listening.
So this bar is from Bees on the Table. It's alluding to Drake's lawsuit with UMG, where a lot of people kind of see the lawsuit as suing Kendrick.
That shit was a cop out, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. That was a mean ass cop out, but hey, sometimes you gotta just sue a nigga. I guess niggas wasn't fucking with it though, cause when you do rap beats, you can't sue niggas or get the police involved or the law involved and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I see what, but I mean, you know, when I feel like Drake probably felt like he got the short end of the stick with this shit. So yeah.
For not like us. But in order to not sue Kendrick directly, he's just going to sue UMG over defamation. Drake is clearing that up. For everyone who thinks like that, I'm fighting the man. The man, like, is a term for the industry, the oligarchs. Like, yo, I'm fighting the man. It's not about Kendrick.
I'm back in your city tonight, walking around my head high.
What song was this again? What did I miss? Oh my god, yo. When I was listening to IceMan, I was expecting a lot of songs that have the same energy and cadence to like What Did I Miss? Cause What Did I Miss? When I first heard that shit, Drake knew to put that out first. Cause What Did I Miss? But that shit hit me right here. That song is so fucking good. Like that song is good as hell. Like it's a good ass song. So when I was coming off that high of that song and putting that song on that type of pedestal, and then coming down to these weaker, like more sloppy ass songs, I was like, I feel betrayed. I thought I was gonna get some more. What did I miss? I got sloppy music. Mid, skip, trash. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that album, bro. I'm a little depressed. Those songs are gonna be gone off my playlist. I don't know, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. I don't know, Drake. I don't know.
Here, Drake is saying, hey, I'm in LA. I'm all throughout California, Southern California, with my head high. Meanwhile, when Kendrick was in Toronto, he got up out of there quickly. Again, this is something that Drake references a couple times on IceMan. The fact that, yeah, Kendrick came to Toronto, but left quickly with a huge police escort. And he's kind of jabbing him over that.
I'ma show you what to do, little. Hey, I'ma show you what to do, little boy.
This is from Too Hard.
Hey, bro, Too Hard for Radio was so fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with that hoe. He said, I'ma show you what to do, little nigga. Hey, I'ma show you what to do, little boy. I was like, oh, Lord, nigga, he talking that shit. And with that beat switch, though, when that beat switched on Too Hard for the Radio, bro, that shit was so snappy. I fuck with that hoe, I ain't gonna lie. That song stayed on the playlist for sure.
For the radio. So this is Drake's attempt at the West Coast record, but instead of going for the LA sound like we heard on Not Like Us, Drake goes for the Bay Area sound. I mean, and even the LA sound, it's still pretty influenced by the Bay Area. Drake has short jokes for Kendrick for days, so you'll often hear him call him little boy, little guy, this and that.
You put that jacket on anybody, your funeral bound.
And on the song Make Them Remember, this is where a huge percentage of the disses from IceMan are on. This on this one song. Drake is talking about having this keto jacket put on him.
A booster seat for your sales, analyze that you tell.
He's still making short jokes. Hey, a booster seat for your sales. Basically saying, oh, you're making pedo jokes to boost your sales. That's kind of like a low life thing to do. And it's also a short joke, you know, booster seats, car seats. Basically saying Kendrick Lamar is so small, he should be sitting in the booster seat.
And all summer pedal bars going #1, and yet y'all trying to tell me who's grooming who.
You can see here Drake is referencing Not Like Us again, saying y'all was riding all summer to pedo bars to a song calling the guy a pedo. Yet I'm supposed to be the groomer. Like he's trying to turn it on the audience here.
A Billboard #1, man, whoop-de-doo. They rigging the game because you fighting the biggest artist.
So Drake is still holding true to this point that the industry is being rigged against us. So he's saying, yo, F a Billboard chart, because obviously you need the industry's help to chart that high on Billboard. I think in his heart, Drake kind of knows it's going to be tough because he sees himself as fighting the industry and they're fighting back against him. So he's saying, you know what? After Billboard charts, they're rigging the game. Then he references one of Kendrick's records, Rigor Mortis.
They trying to have me stuck in this position like rigor mortis.
Now, this is specifically a very interesting diss because I've never heard a rapper dissed in this way.
They only know your name in the bigger markets, never in the little markets.
But not the little markets, not the B markets or the
B markets, C markets, all of those is D markets.
C markets. All of those are D markets. D, those my markets. D for Drake, right? So it's interesting because Drake is saying like, yeah, you're known in the United States, in the UK, and Europe, those big markets. But what about Cambodia? What about Belarus? The Philippines?
I think Drake is trying to throw in more of that. It's kind of like the Speed and Kai Cenat thing, right? Because Kai's like damn near the biggest streamer in the United States. He got a little worldwide pull, you know. He could go into the UK and niggas would be like, "Is that Carson not? Is that KC? Is that KC 3000?" And shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But like Speed got that worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga go to Botswana and they know and they barking at that nigga. Nigga was in Nigeria, they barking at that nigga. Nigga was in goddamn Europe, they barking at that nigga. But Europe racist as fuck though. I can't even lie. Them niggas lame as hell. I ain't gonna front. Respectfully. Oh, hold my nuts. Fuck nigga, fuck Eastern Europe. Hold my dick. I don't give a damn. Fuck them boys. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas racist as shit for no fucking reason, bro. No cap.
Philippines. Drake is kind of bragging on having smaller markets. Usually,
You can tell him I said that. Hold my dick. For real, bitch ass niggas.
you'll see that diss flip the other way. Like, yeah, you're only known in small markets. I'm known in big markets. But, you know, Drake flips it the other way.
Plot twist out.
It's like a Michael Jackson thing almost. Because you know how, like, when Mike was famous, nigga, like, everybody knew Mike. You could from the deep south, the United States, to the West Coast, to South America, to, you know what I'm saying, Africa, you know, Europe, everybody knew Drizzy. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Or not Drizzy, that everybody knew Mike. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's more alluding to. I think it's also a Michael Jackson thing as well. You know what I'm saying?
Never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up to seize the day.
Now, this bar is directly referencing the Not Like Us music video where Kendrick Lamar has the owl in a cage, owl being OVO's record label logo. And then we have some more direct rebuttals of Not Like Us.
Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe y'all should read a page.
On that song, Kendrick Lamar says,
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Drake literally directly rebuts the line.
Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe y'all should read a page.
Y'all talking about hiding the Bible? Well, you should read a page of it. And Drake goes on to accuse Kendrick of blasphemy,
The blasphemy you talk, let me know that your amazing grace gonna be delayed.
for having iced out crosses,
Iced out crosses on their necks, thinking Jesus saves.
crown of thorns that he wore for performances, portraying Jesus. He's saying like, yo, you're pretty blasphemous. You're talking about the Bible and all this. Well, you should read it.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie. That part about to make me sleep. Honestly, I don't really care, bro. Gang, get to some real disses, bro. Honestly, that's all that shit is art and performative. It's just for the art. Niggas don't really give a fuck. Next diss.
Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing these certain things.
God wanna wipe that little smug look right off of your face.
I do think this bar here is very funny because Drake delivers the bar like he's just still so pissed about it. Like, man, I want to wipe that smug little smile off of your face. I can only assume the smile that Drake is talking about is when Kendrick Lamar was at the Super Bowl halftime show performing Not Like Us, and then he looks right at the camera, says, "Say Drake, I hear you like 'em young." The past several bars have been from the same song. So yeah, a lot of disses front loaded on this song.
You boys too like double dates, running out the six like you want to race.
You running out the six like you run a race. So again, this is one of them references to Kendrick performing Not Like Us in Toronto, getting a police escort right to the airport, right out of Toronto, immediately after the show.
And Muggsy Bogues done for once, even I'm a bit amazed. Yeah, someone get a kid a raise.
So this is
Is he calling K-Dot Muggsy Bogues? Is this another short joke? Yo, Drake at short jokes, man. He just letting them bitches fly. He don't give no fucks. I'm 6 foot, you're 5'5", little ass nigga. I'ma show you how to do it, little boy. Hey, I'ma show you how to do it, little nigga. Hey, little ass nigga. Face ass.
probably the most potent diss.
You called me a pedophile, I called you short. We're even. Face ass.
Kendrick on this IceMan album. Muggsy Bogues dunked for once. I'm a bit amazed. Yeah, someone give the kid a raise. He knows that Kendrick had a hit record. He knows he lost that battle. He knows what Not Like Us did. So he acknowledges it. Yeah, Kendrick, you got it dunked. But at the same time, he's kind of downplaying it. Like, yeah, Kendrick, you got it dunked, but even Muggsy Bogues dunked. Muggsy Bogues being probably the shortest NBA player of all time. Muggsy Bogues had to be like, what, 5'3", 5'4". So on one hand, it's a short joke, another short joke, one of many short jokes at Kendrick. But on the other hand, Drake mentions Muggsy Bogues dunking because he's comparing it to Kendrick beating him in a battle. Like, yeah, what you did was an anomaly. It's a statistical anomaly. If we ran that battle back 100 times, Drake is looking at it like, yo, I would win 99 times. What you did was an anomaly, like Muggsy Bogues dunking. But congrats anyway, like you still dunked, right? And then to end the song, Drake goes,
What is it, the braids? Even when I cut them, I can never fade. I mean, it's Drizzy Drake.
He directly rebuttals Euphoria.
You got shit twisted. What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids? And it's a little wordplay. Even if I cut the braids, I could never fade. You know, fade, haircut, but also I'm still gonna be here much longer than you will. I'm never fading out. I'm never fading away.
And y'all are talking about me having better perspective on life doing DMT.
It's on this song Firm Friends where Drake rebuttals a line from Meet the Grams.
But I suggest some ayahuasca, strip the ego from the bottom.
Kendrick tells him, yo, you should do ayahuasca. Basically, you should do some drug that allows you to self-observe, self-actualize yourself. Drake is actually taking the responsible father route. Basically, I'm out being a great father. Meanwhile, you guys are talking about, oh, I should be doing drugs and DMT.
I think the call for K-Dot saying Drake is not a good dad is out of pocket. I'm not saying that we know Drake personally, but I don't think Drake is out here being a bad dad, though. Honestly, respectfully, like, you know, like I think that shit was out of pocket. Honestly, it's too much, right? At a certain point, even the Pusha T diss was weird. Talking about he's hiding a son. First of all, whether or not he decides to show his child to the world is no one's business. What business does the world have with a little baby boy? He's a baby. I could completely understand a parent not wanting to expose their child to the world, especially so early. Like, they just got born. Let them, you know, not know that the outside world exists just yet. Like, they're babies. Let them be babies. You know, he's barely 5. I mean, like, that nigga damn near fresh out the womb. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're talking about Drake is a bad dad, this, that, and the third. The nigga put his son's fucking voice on the track too, I think. I don't remember that specific song, but I'm like, gang, if I had a baby and I was rich and famous, nobody would know. It's nobody's business, bro. Like, that's my family. And not only is that my family, it's deeper than that. That's my creation. I made this person. I'm not finna just do that to my creation, you know? I made this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's my job to take care of this person till they're ready to go off on their own. You don't. This is very personal. It's a very personal things the world don't gotta know about. You know, and I just feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, it's nobody's business. That's why I don't even feel like, when I first heard about that Pusha T diss, I was like, I mean, yeah, Pusha, he has a son that he didn't tell the world about. So what, nigga? You sold cocaine. What's worse? like what's worse? You sold cocaine. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, I don't have time for that. It's an interesting angle to take because Drake has so often been dissed for being, I guess, a bad or an absent father.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home.
I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that.
But here he takes the opposite route. Like, yo, I'm hanging out with my son. We chilling. We doing cool stuff. But y'all talking about I need to be doing drugs.
I'm going back.
That's actually funny. He's like, niggas telling me to do ayahuasca. I have a son to raise. I can't be out here with the shamans, nigga. What the fuck?
Death on my mind, cause the shots that I called in my time.
Here Drake quotes Biggie, I'm going back to Cali.
I'm going back to Cali.
And LL Cool J. Biggie and LL Cool J both had those records, I'm going back to Cali. I thought it would be cool to Drake if he remixed I'm going back to Cali. That would have been dope because that's what Biggie did after his beef with Tupac. He dropped I'm going back to Cali and everybody in Cali loved it. That was like his West Coast record and we loved it, right? But he didn't do that. But he quotes it. He says, I'm back in Cali. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because the shots that I called in my time. Here he gets a little dark. He's like, yeah, I'm back in Cali where Kendrick Lamar is from, but he's thinking death because of what he's done to other people. He feels that the other side might try to do it to him because he's in op land, California op. He probably looks at it as op land, right? And then lastly, on the song Make Them Know,
How do they say they got classes if it's that you never revisited?
Drake rebuts a line from Euphoria where Kendrick goes, next rapper to catch shots on IceMan is none other than the last third of
Man, honestly, when it comes to the J. Cole shit, I dust it off the side, bro. Because respectfully, J. Cole had no business in their fucking beef. That nigga, bro. And honestly, man, the minute that nigga K-Dot started calling niggas kid touchers, I would have bowed out too. You're doing too much, little ass nigga. I thought we were just rapping and calling each other trash and saying how much we better than niggas and how much hoes we scraped and how much money we made. I thought that's what we was doing. No. We're out here calling each other kid touchers and absentee fathers. Yo, Dot, you're weird. You're weird, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, you're weird. Like shit, I would have dipped too. I can't even be mad at this nigga, man. Look at Simba. Young Simba, man. No cap. Shout out Cole, man.
the big three, J. Cole.
Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission. Cause I much rather death than submission.
Now these bars from the song Make Them Pay are very telling. I stood 10 toes. I accepted the mission because I'd much rather death than submission. But obviously at this point, everyone knows about J. Cole's infamous apology to Kendrick Lamar on stage at his concert.
How many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest to ever touch microphone? That was the lamest, goofiest shit, and it made me feel like 10 years ago.
He backs out of the battle. He takes back his diss record. He deletes his diss record from the Might Delete Later album. Drake calls that submission. Drake says, hell, I would rather get my head taken off by Kendrick Lamar than submit in a battle to him.
How can you press the ignition and let some memories of the past affect your decision?
So Drake is calling it out. J. Cole, you stepped on the ignition. You pressed the ignition with the 7-minute drill record, dissing Kendrick Lamar, but then you backed out. Because you have memories of the past with Kendrick Lamar and all this good stuff, you let those memories affect your decision and pump the brakes on what you already had, what we already had.
I wish J. Cole would have did this that nigga, bro. Like, I needed that. I wanted to hear it, bro, because sometimes, man, I just be like, man, I hate that little short motherfucker, man. Put him down a little more, couple inches, man. God damn it, shit. Y'all both 6 foot plus. He little, man. Make that nigga suffer. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, I'm glad he didn't do it though. Sometimes, you know, you gotta just put that shit to the side and focus on the actual goal of giving something back to hip hop. Right, and I feel like honestly he did that with the Fall Off. It was a very good album, you know, very long. I don't like long ass albums in general. I hate that shit. But I like the songs on there. They're very good. They're very well made, very well crafted, and the features. It's not a lot of features, but where they are with Thames and Future in them, he knew exactly what he was doing with those two on this album. It was some very touching songs on there. I won't lie.
Plan.
I love you cause of the history, but if we being real, I could never forgive you.
I could never forgive you. So this is a little bit scathing because J. Cole is doing all these interviews after the Fall Off dropped, talking about how he still loves Drake. I mean, he wants to be friends.
He was like, yo, I didn't want to come down there and put you in a situation on that stage and say some shit that you would have to stand behind. And I'm like, thank you. Thank God that you didn't, because it left the space for me to receive what I was supposed to do.
J. Cole is still keeping a very friendly frame with Drake. He's not saying really anything to diss him in these interviews, at least. In case they be friends again, he's leaving that door open. Drake.
It's not even like in case they're friends again, he's leaving that door open. I just feel like honestly he has no real animosity with the nigga, bro. It's not even like he hates the nigga. He don't hate this nigga, but at the end of the day, when you're an adult, you have to pick sides. Right? You can't sit here and be neutral with shit. If I'm being honest, respectfully speaking, I might have picked Drake's side if I'm being honest, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know whose side would y'all have picked if y'all was Cole. I might have picked Drake's side, bro, because I just did a song with that nigga, man. I might have picked Drake's side. I ain't gonna lie.
Flat out says, I would never forgive you.
And you never called me back, but destiny's written.
So this kind of corroborates what Maul was saying.
Tell the world why you had that conversation with Kendrick and then you never spoke to Drake again. Till this day has never spoke to Drake again.
Based on what Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast said, and based on what Drake is saying, there was some phone call that Drake sent to J. Cole that never got responded to. And that seems to be a big issue of why Drake is pissed at him.
Fuck a big three anyway, there was too many chefs in the kitchen, it was a mess to begin with.
So we've come full 360. This whole catalyst of this Kendrick and Drake beef was Kendrick going on the Future song like that.
The big three. Nigga, it's just big me.
We've come full circle. And now Drake has realized, yeah, Kendrick was right. F the big three. It was a mess anyways, man. Drake also jabs at J. Cole by saying,
I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
It's basically saying we engaged in the battle with Kendrick, whereas J. Cole, who was the married rapper here, fell back. We know this is about J. Cole because in the very next bar, Drake says,
I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
I'm settled in my evil ways. Drake and J. Cole have a song together called Evil Ways.
I'm the golden goose shaking things up at Lucian's house.
So this is a more subtle shot at J. Cole. Drake says, I'm the golden goose. I'm shaking things up at Lucian's house. On J. Cole's recent mixtape, Birthday Blizzard, he had a line that seemed directed at Drake where he says,
for crumbs, dumb niggas so they sold a Lucian.
So the song is called Golden Goose, and the line itself is about Lucian Grange. Then we have Drake here reaffirming, yeah, I'm the Golden Goose, and mentioning Lucian Grange in that same bar. Now, A$AP Rocky has been catching nasty strays from Drake. Like,
we sharing women that are already at the height of my success.
So Drake just continually holds the fact that he and Rihanna had a thing over A$AP Rocky's head.
Obviously, I know that retroactive jealousy might eat at him. It might. Man, nigga Drake look goofy for he smiling hard than a bitch. God damn. Hey, that retroactive jealousy shit though do eat at niggas. It eats at everybody, bro. Thinking about the fact that the person you with might have definitely had a past before you. Eats at you every time, gang. You know, it's just so weird. It's strange. It's weird. Makes me feel weird, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, they are an item currently, but Drake just kind of seems to keep holding that over his head because A$AP Rocky often will bring.
But at the end of the day, A$AP low-key won. He got her pregnant 3 times. He ain't even put a ring on her yet. She's his baby mother. This is his baby mama, nigga. He pumping her full of baby juice, nigga. That's all I'ma say. God damn.
The fact that he had a thing with Drake's baby mom.
Smash before you birth, son. Flacco hit it first, son.
It was like these two guys have history with each other's baby moms in the past, and they just keep taunting each other over it.
Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single damn.
So Burning Bridges is essentially just an entire A$AP Rocky diss. The whole song seems to be about, yo, A$AP Rocky, I don't like you, but I'm never burning bridges with your baby mom, Rihanna.
But I still got love for your missus and a sister. We can't burn them bridges.
Like he's like leaving a door open for Rihanna. It's pretty damn cryptic, like I still love your baby moms and all this. And Drake opens the verse by telling A$AP Rocky.
That's fucking nasty, by the way, Drake. I ain't gonna lie. Drake, yo, the way niggas get about women is so disgusting sometimes, bro. Like, that's nasty, nigga.
Hey, look in the mirror and see what talking gets you. So basically Drake is saying like, yo, you need to stop talking about me. You got cut up, stabbed last time you was talking about somebody. So maybe you should just chill.
You saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back dissing.
You know, A$AP Rocky dropped an album earlier this year. There were a couple bars on A$AP Rocky's Don't Be Dumb album that could be construed as disses to Drake.
Stole my flow, so I stole your bitch.
Drake is basically like, yeah, I caught that, and you want to put a little couple diss bars in here? Well, I got a song for you and your chick right here. I'm effing up power couples. So that's from the song Too Hard from the Radio. This could apply to either A$AP Rocky or Pusha T. It's that last bar that has me thinking that it's more so about Pusha T.
But nah, bro, the fact that Pusha T, T's name got put on the Epstein list, boy, oh my fucking god, nigga. I'm looking at that nigga different. I'm looking at this nigga different. I'm like, Pusha, I know you sold coke, but Pusha, what the fuck? Them boys some pedophiles. What you doing, nigga? Why you moving with these niggas like that? What the hell, boy? Hey, you shady as fuck, my nigga. That's crazy.
And like, yo, your name was redacted, which Pusha T was briefly mentioned in that whole fiasco, right?
Nigga, KYSASAP. That's some shit that you could do for me.
Say kill yourself ASAP. You're crazy.
I mean, this one is just pretty self-explanatory. KYS ASAP. Kill yourself ASAP. Do I even need to break this down? So this is from the song Firm Friends.
I did not break up a happy home, baby. You pulled up on me.
He says, I did not break up a happy home. Girl, you came to me.
Tell him why you really hate me and what year did she date me.
So again, to me, this just appears to be Drake mocking A$AP Rocky, saying the same thing virtually that they've been saying back and forth to each other. Hey, I slept with your baby mom before you did. Oh, well, I slept with your baby mom before you did. So LeBron James actually catches a good amount of strays on IceMan simply for appearing at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out.
The thing about LeBron, you know, him and Drake was tight. Like, really tight. Like, you know, it was like, and then he just, you know, picked a side in this moment and just really, you know, just low-key shit on that relationship. It was really crazy to see and watch in real time, you know.
Show where Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us, what, 5-6 times. Drake did not take kindly to that.
Don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either.
Don't make us hit another buzzer beater, and don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. So this could apply to either LeBron James or DeMar DeRozan, who both caught strays for the same reason, appearing at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show.
I saw bro end up pop out with Denver and Brian Gangsta's headlines.
So this bar from What Did I Miss? It just presses on Drake's actual issue of these guys showing up at the pop-out show, whether it's LeBron James or DeMar DeRozan. He didn't take kindly to that.
I feel like DeMar showed up to that pop-out just out of love for his city, not really out of love for K-Dot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Don't fact check me on that, because I don't really know what these niggas be doing and what the fuck they be thinking 24/7. But I don't know, bro. I just feel like DeMar don't give a fuck about that for real. That nigga really bang. That nigga used to really bang in LA. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. That nigga banged for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basketball saved this nigga, but he banged for real. You feel me?
He feels they shouldn't have shown up at all. Obviously, Drake feels like he and LeBron and he and DeMar DeRozan's relationships were stronger friendships, to where they wouldn't even consider doing something like that.
I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena. You always made your career off of switching teams up.
I think this is a great diss also. I shouldn't be shocked to see you in that pop-out arena because you made your career off switching teams up. So we know that LeBron James, he infamously left the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat to win the championship.
Well, you gotta leave a couple teams sometimes, man. LeBron's still one of the greatest to ever do it, you know. But, you know, every once in a while, you gotta leave a team to be great. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Then he left the Heat to go back to the Cavaliers. Then he left the Cavs again to go to the Lakers. So Drake is like, hey, I'm not surprised you switched up on me. You've been switching up your entire NBA career.
Please stop asking about what's going on with 23andMe. I'm a real and he's not.
I do like this.
That was a, you know, I didn't even understand the 23andMe bar. God damn, I'm dumb. That's a good one. That's a very good one, Drake. Well done. Well, that shit right over my fucking head the first time I heard it. God damn. Good, hey, good shit, Aubrey. I fuck with that.
23andMe bar.
It's in my DNA.
23andMe, they're like,
that was a
DNA
wonderful bar.
Drake ties the bar together by saying like, yo, LeBron, he's not real. I'm real. It's in my DNA. What happened between 23andMe? LeBron James wears the number 23. And DeMar DeRozan actually gets a huge brunt of disses on the song National Treasures. So DeMar DeRozan currently plays in Sacramento for the Kings. So that's the Sac and the King reference there. Double entendre.
We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Why did we think you could get us a ring?
We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Because why did we think you could get us a ring? So this is some NBA talk. DeMar DeRozan used to play for the Toronto Raptors. They were good, but not great. They never won a championship.
And then Kawhi came along and changed the whole narrative. That nigga came in that motherfucker and he got them a ring and left immediately. Shout out my nigga Kawhi, man, for real.
Championship with DeMar DeRozan on the team. It was only after the Toronto Raptors shipped DeMar DeRozan away and picked up Kawhi Leonard that they won a championship.
The Toronto Raptors are a college sports team, I promise you. I love this team, and we're going to the NBA Finals. Let's go!
G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades.
G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago. G-Pop is the coach of the Spurs, who Drake mentions earlier in the verse. The real one from Dago is Kawhi Leonard, who I mentioned earlier. And the next thing we know, we was doing parades. So yeah, Drake is talking about DeRozan, you wasn't that good. Once we traded you for Kawhi Leonard, we immediately won a championship. You're a bum. That's basically what he's saying here.
Go to the hotel right after your game. Don't stick around in the 6.
Now these are a little bit cryptic bars. He's saying go to the hotel right after your game. Don't stick around the 6. So there was that time where DeMar DeRozan returned to Toronto and Drake was there.
Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question.
It seems that Drake is hinting at, yo, you should not come outside in Toronto. I've got something planned for you. Right after your game, go straight to the hotel. And after you leave your hotel, go straight to the airport like Kendrick did. Do not stick around. Even Jay-Z caught some strays on this IceMan album.
My niggas run the phone soon as you check in.
I swear I love the Jay-Z accents niggas be doing on TikTok. They be like, huh, it's Hove. I can't do it, bro. I just can't do it. I never figured it out, but I love a good Jay-Z accent. That shit funny as fuck to me, man. No cap.
So this is from the song Make Them Pay.
Your niggas run and talk the whole for a second opinion.
Drake is saying like, yo, my guys are thoroughbreds. When my guys go to prison, they run the phones, they run the TVs. Basically, they're those guys in prison. They're leaders in prison. Meanwhile, your guys are asking Jay-Z for second opinions. So he's looking at Jay-Z like your opinion isn't worth anything. Like, why would you ask Jay-Z for his opinion on stuff? My guys are leaders. My guys do this. Your guys is getting advice from
my guys are movers. My guys are movers. If you keep pushing it to my routes, I'm gonna have to reroute that permanently. If you know, you know.
Jay-Z. He's looking at Jay-Z like he's a peon.
I take 500K, not a dinner. I never could learn.
Now calling that nigga a peon is it's crazy.
And that's echoed by this bar from Whisper My Name where Drake says, yo,
I would also take 500,000 instead of a dinner with fucking Jay-Z. What the fuck is Jay-Z gonna tell me, nigga? How to cheat on your badass wife? Is that what you gonna tell me, my nigga? Nigga, fuck a Jay-Z.
Take 500K over to dinner with Jay-Z. Because, you know, there's a whole meme that people used to say, yo, would you take $500,000 or would you take dinner with Jay-Z? And then some people for real seriously would answer, well, I'll take dinner with Jay-Z over $500,000. If I have dinner with Jay-Z, I can ask him about business. I can pick his brain about business. People used to say this. So Drake,
that dumbass shit. You know, I used to think that was actually smart that they said that dumbass shit. I could pick his brain. Pick what? How to not get caught for selling cocaine? All these old rap niggas used to do was sell cocaine. The fuck? Give me the 500,000, bro. Goddamn, I'm gonna flip that shit or invest it somewhere. I don't know, man. Nigga tripping.
Playing off of that meme, like, yo, I'm taking 500,000 over dinner with Jay-Z because Jay-Z can't teach me nothing. And there's also
that's actually true, by the way. Jay-Z can't teach Drake anything. There's nothing he can teach that nigga. For being honest.
Island hopping bar from Too Hard for the Radio.
Damn, y'all was really island hopping back then, huh? Now your names got redacted.
That we mentioned earlier, that I think could be about Pusha T or Jay-Z. Their names were kind of surrounding the Epstein files. So yeah, Pusha T, the Clips, they infamously had to buy their way out of their record deal.
Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal.
No, he had to pay. He had to pay.
Meanwhile, Drake is getting out of his record deal by, I guess, dropping albums, suing the label. Drake saying like, yo, there's a difference. I'm getting out of my deal. They are letting you out of your deal. There's a difference.
Against your will, how many new names do you got on your will?
Against your will, how many new names you got on your will? So I think this could apply to Kendrick also, as it does either Pusha T or Kendrick. Drake is talking about extortion to a degree. You know, Kendrick left the TDE deal and went to PG Lane, but then the Clips also spoke about getting out of their deal. So that's why I think it could apply to either Kendrick or the Clips. So what Drake is hinting at is, like, what did you have to do to get out of that deal? For real, for real. Did you have to add one of them guys, one of them executives to your will? Do they get points on your next couple albums? Like what was the deal y'all struck up? Because I'm sure it was terrible.
I got all the chains that they ever repped in Virginia.
So this one is a shot at Pharrell. In a Family Matters video, Drake has a bunch of Pharrell chains that he bought at an auction. Drake has been trying to mock Pharrell with these chains. I mean, Pharrell put the chains up for auction. He didn't want them anymore. Drake thinks it's a thing to mock Pharrell. Like, yeah, I bought your chains. I got your prized possessions.
I got niggas prized possessions. I get possessive on niggas.
I don't think the chains was that deep, honestly. Pharrell sold it. Pharrell could have kept them if he wanted to keep them. Point blank, period. Sometimes you don't want something, so you just give it up. I don't think that bar. This might be the weakest diss, because honestly, that's like a nigga selling his shoes. That's like if Flight, y'all know Flight reacts, like that nigga has a crazy ass shoe collection. That's like Flight selling some of his shoes because he doesn't want them anymore. And then the nigga dissing Flight saying, "Oh, I got possession of this nigga's shoes. I got possession of niggas," because he didn't want those shoes anymore. Question mark. That's not good enough for me, man. The 23andMe one was fucking tough though. Keep that up, but not this one. This is weak.
This is from the song Firm Friends.
I know niggas going crazy as I cop all the items you niggas put up for sale.
And here Drake is continuing to talk about those items that he bought at an auction. You know, I think if I put items up for auction, I would be happy that we had a buyer. But I guess Drake is thinking of it like, I'm the last person they would want to have their chains that they put on for auction. Personally, I think they're happy that someone bought it. I think Kanye West caught a couple of strays on IceMan also.
If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. I bet I know who I see.
He said, if I'm lying, I'm flying. So that's a play on the phrase, oh, if I'm lying, I'm dying. But then some people say, oh, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Drake takes it another step and says, yo, if I'm lying, I'm flying economy. Basically saying, yo, I never fly economy. I'm a business class dude. I'm a private jet, first class dude. He's taking jabs at Kanye West, who was allegedly seen flying economy with his girlfriend, Bianca. And on the song Ran to Atlanta.
I mean, but Kanye's still a billionaire, though. He's a billionaire. I mean, I don't give a fuck, honestly. He's a billionaire. Like, the nigga can fly economy if he wants to. I don't even... Okay, Drake. Another weak-ass diss, but okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, keep going.
Drake says, yo, you boys need to take your meds. Who is the rapper that's famously on medications? I'm sure a lot of people are on medications. There's a lot of mental health issues going around. But Kanye West is kind of the one who's taking that mantle. Like, yo, I'm bipolar, this and that. Drake is like, bro, he needs to take his meds. Tell him to stop talking about me. The Weeknd has actually been in Drake's crosshairs for a while.
Boy, better be ready and able, I'm coming.
On the song Plot Twist, Drake seems to be describing this very cryptic, very dark event that happened where he and his team approached somebody and things happen, right? But in this song specifically, Drake says, you better be ready and able because I'm coming. The Weeknd's real name is what? Abel. Abel Tesfaye. So Playboi Carti also caught a stray, which could be connected to The Weeknd.
Baby boy, please. I heard what you said to little bro about me.
Why does Drake say baby boy? It's rumored that Playboi Carti's next album will be titled Baby Boy. So he's directly referencing Playboi Carti.
And when you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze?
Playboi Carti is in Drake's crosshairs. Why? He and Drake had worked together in the past, but then here comes Playboi Carti on his last album, Music. He's got 3 Kendrick Lamar features on it. Anyone that was remotely linked to Kendrick is catching strays, except Future, right? This is the one.
Oh my God! I was just gonna say, bro, he had no smoke with Future at all. He had no smoke with Future at all, bro. Zero smoke. He put that nigga on the song. What did Future say or do? What'd he do, Drake? What'd he do? I wanna know. What'd he do?
Person, I guess, that Drake doesn't want to fall out with.
You're not by the squeeze. You're not in the streets.
So I know a lot of people love.
What did he do? Drake, what did he do? Drake, what did he do?
Playboi Carti, they love his music. Drake just looks at him like a peon. You're not from the streets. When you run into me, you aren't going to do anything. You don't know how to shoot a gun. You're not about that life.
Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed.
I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross ever streamed. So yeah, Aiden Ross is one of the most popular streamers, but it's a play on words. I was aiding Rick Ross with streams. Drake is basically referencing all the songs, all the hit records that he has with Rick Ross. I was helping you out with your records before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. This is just a nice little play on words. Rick Ross also gets dissed on What Did I Miss?
Get punched in the face with some TLC on a dead guy.
So there was that situation where Rick Ross got punched out. I mean, this is right after his diss record towards Drake.
Some TLC, cause my gon' need a chili ice pack for your left eye.
Drake makes a TLC reference. You're gonna need a chili ice pack for your left eye. You know, chili from TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. DJ Khaled, of all people, catches a stray just for remaining silent.
And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live. You went halal and got on your dean.
Just for not coming to Drake's help during the battle. Now, obviously, Khaled is very close with Rick Ross, but Khaled catches a very personal stray.
And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine.
So to understand this diss, you have to keep in mind that Drake is Jewish and DJ Khaled is Palestinian.
But apparently everything is in black and white and red and green.
And just understand the situation going on in that region. Drake says the beef was live. I was battling with Kendrick, but
honestly, Drake did not do enough for Palestine. I mean, he obviously signed a ceasefire little letter thing, but he ain't really do enough for them niggas. So we don't really care about that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That you chose to go halal. Like basically, you don't want no beef. Drake takes it further. Like, hey, we never heard you say free Palestine, DJ Khaled. Your people are still waiting on you to say free Palestine. But I guess for you, it's not that important. It was a very personal diss.
But they literally have, bro, the IDF literally have his parents' hometown occupied, nigga. Like, bro, that shit crazy.
Considering what's going on in that region, and also considering the context of Drake being Jewish and Khaled being Palestinian. Probably one of the more personal shots on this entire album. DJ Mustard even caught a stray on the song Too Hard for the Radio.
Must have heard about us, gotta catch up to the slabs. Yeah, once it's me and YG rap.
He says Mustard ain't had a hit since me and YG rapped. So Drake is referencing his song Who Do You Love? YG featuring Drake, produced by DJ Mustard, and it was a hit record.
We remember that. Damn, you should try and get back to that.
He's saying like, yo, Rack City, remember those songs, Mustard, that you did 10, 15 years ago? You should get back to making songs like that because you don't have any hits recently. DJ Mustard is catching a stray because he produced Not Like Us.
Nah, Not Like Us, that's a hit, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Now, is he as big as, damn, Dr. Dre bald as fuck, but is he as big as he used to be? No. But that was a hit, nigga. Don't cap. And the Roddy Ricch album? What he did on Ballin'? Boy, stop fucking playing, nigga. That song is a hit, boy. What the fuck?
Dre even catches a stray.
Yeah, what he did on the Roddy Ricch's Antisocial album, Don't Talk to Me, I'm Antisocial, was fucking phenomenal, man. No cap. That album used to run hip hop. That's all I'm gonna say. Roddy had a run. He had a real run, bro. No cap.
Because he was at the Pop Out show and he helped Kendrick Lamar open the song Not Like Us.
If Drake took out the AK, maybe he'd be in jail. Just based off the name that it spells.
Drake is looking at Dr. Dre and Kendrick like, hey, how are y'all accusing me of evil acts when you got Dr. Dre on stage with you, who has been accused of many more evil acts?
Heard they got special places in hell for niggas joking about evil when they did it themselves.
And he picked me up, lifted me up off the ground. By your hair. By my hair. Slammed me up against the brick wall. He continued to assault me in the women's.
Man, that nigga Dr. Dre a demon. What the fuck? You talking about you slamming hoes on walls and shit? Well, you crazy as hell, boy.
Restroom. You sexually assaulted? I'm not comfortable talking about everything right now.
He's trying to point out this hypocrisy with quote unquote that side. Lucian Grange, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar. And lastly, Joe Budden catches a nasty.
He always, Drake always gotta throw a nasty one at Joe, man. Yeah, this nigga. He always gotta throw one at Joe. Joe always gotta catch at least one, nigga. No cap. It wouldn't be a Drake project if Joe didn't catch at least one.
Who knows which one of his bubble-shaped things I must have ushered through the double gates.
Drake and Joe Budden have this thing where they date the same girls, or Drake is cracking the girls that Joe Budden is talking to, and over the years Drake just taunts Joe Budden about it. He's like mocking him.
Showed the time of a life while broski having stomach aches, hearing about good times at Lovers Lake.
Like, yo, I had your girl out there swimming with dolphins. She was having a time of her life. Meanwhile, you back in Newark, New Jersey, sick, stomach aches.
And send it back to you while you sleepwalking naked in another state.
He mentions Joe Budden's sleepwalking
Bro, Drake be fucking niggas bitches for real, bro. Drake has a kink for fucking niggas girls, man. Like, that's his thing. Like, Drake, he don't even date. There's no original girls he dates. He just wants to fuck niggas bitches. Like, he just likes it when other niggas had them, but then he takes them from other niggas. Like, oh my god, that nigga's nasty, bruh.
I'll let Joe Budden speak on that himself.
That's the door that I decided to sleepwalk butt-ass naked.
You'll let us see another day, and even if you don't, it's just another day.
Then he goes on to basically say, Joe Budden, your life is completely worthless. This whole little scheme is set up by Drake saying like, yo, I had your girl, we was loving on each other, you was sick. Then he goes, oh, but it's okay, you'll live to see another day though. But even if you don't live to see another day, it's just
we're not gonna miss you. You just Joe Budden, face ass.
day. No one would even care if you died. It's crazy unnecessarily mean, right? But yeah, anyway, those are all the shots on the IceMan album. Let me know if I missed any. What were your favorite shots? I think my favorite shot was actually the Muggsy Bogues.
My favorite one was the Drake shit, because I watched, no, not the Drake shit, I'm tripping, the LeBron shit, because I watched a TikTok about, it was this dude he's talking about how unloyal LeBron was being in that situation. That shit was crazy to me, bro. No cap.
Diss. And then I want to like the Khaled diss, but I just feel it was so extra. Like, we don't got to bring the Palestinians into this, man. And I don't even remember what DJ Khaled did to Drake. Like, did he actually do anything, or is this all because Khaled just stayed silent and didn't physically speak up for Drake? Furthermore, how do you have issues with guys being silent like Khaled? How do you have issue with Dr. Dre just for showing up and saying, I see dead people? How do you have issues with all these people surrounding the Kendrick battle, but you don't have issues with the guy who was the actor?
Yeah, with Future. How the fuck, what did Future do or say to let this shit just slide past? He had smoke for J. Cole. J. Cole didn't even participate. What did Future do? That's what I'm thinking, man. What did the Prince of Atlanta do, man?
Actual catalyst for the battle. That guy who allowed Kendrick to come on his album, come on his record, feature on his record, and dish you, Future. Why is there no issue with Future? But you got issues with all these other people. I'll let Drake speak on it. That'll be a good question for someone in the interview to ask him. What was y'all favorite diss? What do y'all think was the weakest diss?
Man, but I ain't gonna lie, man. This is a good ass video, bruh. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the IceMan album, tell me what you thought about it in the comments down below. What I thought about it was a cool album. It was okay. It was kind of sloppy. It wasn't very cohesive. It was kind of just a get back at a couple niggas, but it wasn't really nothing too crazy. But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all next one. Stay blessed.